Sanders. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust. That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Carr. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr will find his tight end. That's Waller. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And a great strong move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Carr. Going deep this time for Miller. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, this defense was victimized earlier in this opening quarter. This time, a measure of revenge.
Well, they always tell defenses you have to have a short memory. But I also think it helps if you remember what happens to you before, and now you're able to flip it around. They didn't want to show weakness and let this offense think they could do whatever they want. And they turned things around in that case and picked one off themselves.
On 2nd down, another run for Dillon. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
58 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. They'll run on 1st down. Dillon, and he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Rolling to his right. He gets this one to Johnson. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Here's the big man Dillon with it. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On the handoff, this is Dillon. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st down.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and the Raiders pick it up. big seam, and he might go all the way. He's at the 40. 20. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
I know many talk about the kick return as maybe the most exciting play in football, but any type of a return where it's a change of possession, where the defense gets the ball, that's exciting too, but it's not just an accident. Once they get the football, they've worked on finding people to block, creating running lanes for the guy with the ball, and protecting him. And this one was a long run.
Absolutely, they did all of that and more. On first down, it's Jacobs. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr, throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Christian Wilkins with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Taken from about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. 2nd down and 3. From the gun, it's Tua. Wide open receiver, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big play there for the Dolphins. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 106 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup. On 2nd down, another run for Dillon. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A.J. Dillon taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. A strong landing. He gets it, especially around the goal line here. China shot.
And none of us ever want to confront that ball in any China shot, do we? Any more than we want to confront him. Got behind his pads, ran with power, and got into the end zone.
What an asset around the goal line.
It's almost like a safety blanket, isn't it? When all else fails, hand it to this big back and let him power his way forward.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Derek Carr and the Raiders set for their next possession. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Running it with Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometime.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Emmanuel Agba picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks are starting to pile up.
If they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly.
This is caught at the 20. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. It's a big play there for Vegas. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Carr. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. That catch good for only a couple.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it's going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Emmanuel Agba able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. It's complete. It's Miller. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
And his kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
From the 10. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half. So this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he fires one that's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Raider offense going to head out now late in this 1st half. And they've got just over 50 seconds to go till halftime, so they can try to put something together if they want. Carr's throw taken in by Miller.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 2nd and inches, Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Carr going to try and throw on third down. Able to find Waller. That's complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. The Raiders try to move quickly, try to get everybody back to the line. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Throwing on first down is Carr. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This will be from 56 yards out. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. The long-distance shot before break comes up empty, but now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? The spot that they snapped it from. So field position becomes a factor. I think in this spot, you might also want to think about throwing the Hail Mary. You know, put the ball up in the air, maybe you can get 6 out of it.
There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30, up to the 33.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next.
Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
138 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line. And some strong running. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3.
Tua. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Now a handoff to Dillon.
Trucks over it. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A.J. Dillon. He scored with a green through the air. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On 2nd and 7, Carr. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Dolphin football. Tua Tagovailoa in the offense back out. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd and 9, Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. It's a big play there for Miami.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam. But notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
And they'll try to pound it in with Ricard. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Patrick Ricard. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Carr to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Miller. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Throwing again on second down.
Carr finding Miller once more, complete.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. On first down, Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Carr completes it.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Now, Carr again. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. A gain of 6 there on first.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there and couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete here to Waller.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed in a tight game like this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point right down the middle as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Again, it's Dillon.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, Oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. Tua sets up to pass it. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And that's a much-needed 1st down right there. Look, they're down by 8, so logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Here's Carr. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Jacobs. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Now Carr, got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts, but this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a 1st down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They run again with Dillon. A strong running. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They run once more with Dillon. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Inside handoff here to Ricard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
You know, following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
They go to a knee here, and with that, it's on to the AFC title game. So with that knee, they take care of business in the divisional round. They'll be back here at home next weekend. One more hurdle to get to the big show.
The good feelings, they just keep coming. They get to ride that wave for at least one more week because they have their big prize in their eyes, and that's getting into the Super Bowl. But they have to win next week after winning this one.
The Dolphins advancing in these playoffs as we say so long, everybody.